On Humboldt State tonight, we like to send our own Peter Brewer behind the scenes. Well, he's recently caught up with the HSU men and women's lumberjack basketball teams, and he takes a look at the teams in our upcoming 2009-2010 preview.
Winter is coming, and the only game in town this time of year is basketball, and a lot is expected of the men's and women's basketball teams of Humboldt State University. Join Humboldt State tonight as we preview the upcoming 2009-2010 season. Last year's men's team finished with a record of 20-12, but their season ended on a first-round loss to BYU Hawaii in the Western Regional Playoffs. But with key returners Zach Tiedemann, Kyle Baxter, Kevin Atkins, Ernie Spada, plus talented newcomers, many people believe that this year's team will be even better.
So the high expectations, we take the approach in our program that we're going to embrace them. We're going to say, bring them on, because you know, yours or the people out there's high expectations pale in our comparisons. We've already set the goals that we want, and I know this sounds arrogant or cocky, but we're not trying to finish 50-50 this year. We're not trying to finish halfway up the ladder. We want to be at the top of the mountain, and to us that means to be a national champion. So we're capable. We think we're in a conference that if we finish as a champion or in the top echelon of our conference, and there's a very good chance you can be a national champion. I think Cal Poly Pomona proved that last year. They got beat in the buzzer at the championship game, and they weren't the best team in our league. You know, so if you're a top team in our conference, you have a right to look at the national championship and say, okay, that's something we can obtain if we do it right this year. We have, I said, 12 players coming back, and on top of that, we think we've had a nice recruiting year. Brian Morris, redshirted last year, who's a 6'8½", 260-pound postman that gives us a quality inside game. We have 4 new freshmen, so we like our chances based on the fact that we do have a number of returners, but we have quality new players as well. Well, we've kind of identified that we want to get Zach Tiedemann, who was our leading scorer, more opportunities to score this year. So he's definitely a #1 option. We think Brian Morris should be our #1 option inside. So if we can get those two guys combined to shoot around 40% of our shots, and then let the more than capable rest of the cast get what's left over, I think we'll be playing to our strengths if we do that. So we hope Zach shoots more. You know, he's a very unselfish player, point guard. We're going to try to set up more things for him to get open. And then we want to make sure that we go inside when we come down the floor and take advantage of that big kid inside.
The season for the men's basketball team begins this weekend when they face Hawaii Pacific and Concordia University at the Ron Logston Classic. The men's team had only one game scheduled for this preseason, and that game was against the UCLA Bruins. The Jacks played valiantly, but unfortunately lost 74-57. The Jacks have played UCLA every preseason since 2006, and many people believe that UCLA is one of the best basketball teams in the country.
The event going down there, playing in Poly Pavilion, going to Los Angeles would just be a great opportunity for our student athletes. There's no question about it. You know, for a freshman or even a senior to walk into Poly Pavilion and hear the Bruins and their band play, and maybe John Wooden, which he did last time we played, he was in attendance. Gives you pretty much chills up and down if you're a college basketball coach or player or fan. It's the real deal. It's the big time, and we're very fortunate to have the opportunity to be in that kind of limelight.
Last year's women's basketball team finished with an overall record of 24-8. In a record-breaking season, they advanced further than any other team in the history of the program. And in her 6th year, head coach Jody Gleason thinks they can do even better this year.
I think that we did very well last year in the conference, and definitely I think people will probably take notice and be prepared. Our conference is really competitive year in and year out, so I don't think anybody ever takes anybody for granted, but I definitely think that we'll have a bit of a target in the fact that we have 4 starters back, and we did so well last year.
Key returners to the starting lineup this year include versatile senior point guard number 21, Paige Peterson, also senior guard number 32, Andrea Bobek, as well as senior shooting guard number 33, Taylor Kilgore, give Humboldt State a strong veteran backcourt. The new addition to this year's starting 5 is sophomore forward Bree Hasley, wearing double zeros, and according to many of her teammates, is the most athletic and rawly talented player on the roster. And lastly, the team returns their leading scorer, anchor, and preseason All-American center, number 34, Brittany Taylor.
This year, I think it's, as a collective agreement, I think that we should, of course, be in the top 4 going to West Regions. I think we should go past the second round going into West Regions. We should win the CCA tournament. It's here, and we have a strong fan base, a strong community, and we have all the support behind us, so I think we're going to excel. We ended up losing in the championship game down in San Diego, so, you know, we have a taste for it, and now it's just a matter of grasping, you know, grabbing it, and of course being number 1 in CCA. I think it's way possible for us, and I'm just glad that I'm, you know, a part of it this year.
I feel like no matter what, we're always going to be a surprise to some people. Last year we definitely came out and we were explosive with everything and just came out, and then nobody expected us to be as good as we were or do some of the things that we've done. I mean, last year we broke records that, you know, nobody would have ever thought that we could do. And I think this year we'll probably break some more records, and I hope we do, and we plan to. So.
I think people definitely are expecting a lot more from us this year. We definitely made an impact in the CCAA as well as the region. So definitely there's some high expectations, but we're ready. We definitely have some work to do, but practice is looking really good. Everyone's looking really strong. So, I mean, there's not much more you can ask for. Just everyone ready to go once the first game comes around.
Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the HSU men and women, because you have to wait until December 3rd till you catch them here in Lumberjack Arena. Well, basketball season is upon us, but we've got a huge football season to wrap up. Head football coach Rob Smith next on Humboldt State Tonight.
It's time to get excited about your mattress, because at Vern's Furniture, a great night's sleep has never been more comfortable or a better value. Vern's Furniture features Englander mattresses. From advanced coil systems to innovative foam technologies, Englander combines old-world craftsmanship with eco-friendly materials to create the most durable, comfortable sleep system for the money. You'll want to tell everyone about the new mattress you got from Vern's Furniture.
Vern's Furniture, 5th and G Streets, Eureka.
Dustin, what are you doing on the field?
Lumberjack for life.
But you don't play for the Lumberjacks anymore.
Look, HSU football gave me and my teammates a great college experience and prepared us for life off the field. By going to hsujacks.com, click on Donate, then click on JFan, I Can Give, so you and our future teammates can better experience life as a Jack. And it's so easy, even a football player could do it.
Join the tradition of Jacks football. Become a teammate at hsujacks.com.